Hello everyone, and welcome back to our series where we are the Unholy Horde here in Norland. And in the last episode I mentioned some frustrations I was having with just the combat system and how it seems a little bit different for the player than it does for, the AI and everything. And one example of that is just how the Unholy Horde in the main game is able to steamroll through even walled cities with just their 30 or whatever soldiers that they tend to have. And they do just have the fearless trait, and they just have the 20 combat skill, and they're able to do it, whereas us, it's not exactly happening the same way. So I went ahead, like I mentioned, I did decide to spawn more soldiers. It says 32 here, we actually only spawned 30, so what we're going to do, we're going to spawn 50 every 10 days from now on, and this will hopefully give us the meat shields and things that we need to at least tank some of that bow fire that we tend to take a lot of. And what we're going to do, since it is a lot to spawn all these soldiers, give them the fearless trait, and increase their combat, instead what we're going to do is we'll just spawn the 50 and do nothing with them from now on. So they will have something around like 8 to 10 combat instead, but they will at least have the numbers. So I do need to go ahead now and go to our warehouse, spawn a little bit more axes, and let's go ahead now and send these new squads. We're going to have them meet up right around, so these, Soletta's going here. Rataboy is going for Vinterhall. We may need to take Letta back a little bit, because Serrano, where is he at? Right, he is pretty far. What? 17 hours, okay. So we're gonna send Letta back home, I suppose. So we need to take out Vinterhall first. And what we'll do, we'll send our newest squad to attack this bandit camp. Oh, whoops, not that one. Okay, so these two. We'll create our newest squads. And this will allow them to meet up roughly close to us, where we can go ahead and take that out. Okay, so we have finally arrived here at Esna, and it looks like they have 17 soldiers, and look at that. 50 total soldiers, and it's still putting the balance of power just barely in our favor. I don't understand this. It's, I'm not going to keep complaining about it, but it's a thing. It is definitely a thing in these in this current version of the game. I think what we're going to do, we're going to hit stay in the back and see if that makes any difference. I don't want to chance Serrano getting killed. I feel like he might, though. I feel like they might get killed. Just being targeted by these archers. And we're going to go ahead and sit and wait for these fires to burn out after taking care of those walls. Okay, so let's go ahead and have Dire Mood rush for that tower, and we're going to send Serrano after Sopdetta here. And it looks like Dire Mood is probably going to get killed, honestly. And Serrano is still staying in the back. I don't really want that now, so let's go ahead and have him run in. And look at that. Look how much we are still losing to just 6 archers here. Absolutely crazy. I don't understand. But look at that. I mean, we have lost a substantial amount of our 50 plus soldiers that we just had. Only 8 are declared actually dead, but the amount that we had injured is probably much worse than that. We still have 31. So definitely a pretty substantial loss, but at least we finally took care of them. Now we're going to need to get home and deal with some marauders that are trying to attack us. But after that, it's looking like Siva is probably going to be the next target. And we're going to go ahead and spawn another lord and settle that city. So the marauders are almost here, and it's time to create our squads. And unfortunately, it seems Dire Mood actually died during that last battle, which is very not good. Serrano's also unhappy, but hopefully he can manage. So let's go ahead and create our squads, and Rataboy fill his squad up, and Osircoat. Perfect. And we will have them all just go and sally out to meet them, basically. And we do have some reinforcements, I believe. Yes. We're not going to use them, though, because that feels like it's kind of abusing the whole vassal situation, so we're just going to ignore those. And as soon as they get here, we're just gonna fight them. right as soon as they enter the city. So go all the way down here. That is from settling a city, I believe. And actually, we could create a empire. We're not going to do that in this game, but I believe we have enough now to be able to do that. Let's see. Nobody lost so far at all. Okay, pretty good. Pretty good. So let's go ahead and take a look. Looks like Serrano is actually bleeding, so let's let him stop the bleeding there. Look at all those messages. Okay. Radboy looks good. Serrano looks good now. He's quite hungry. He's feeling quite hungry. But I think we're good. So let's go ahead now. I think we're going to go ahead and attack some forest bandits. Get ourselves a little money, and then we might bribe this camp to attack Kriege, and in the meantime, we might just attack Ziva directly. I don't really know. Yeah, so Nehemiah, Craster, Arestia, all these guys are very strong. So we're not going to want to deal with those yet. Yalma is also kind of strong as well. So we're going to probably wait for more soldiers there. But I think we could probably take out Siva by ourselves. We just need the money to bribe this camp here, and then we will go and probably attack Siva. So here we are at Siva, and it appears there are 22 soldiers, including the 9 that are on the tower. So let's go ahead and jump in. This is going to definitely be quite damaging. As well, our bandits actually attacked Kriege, so we will be trying to attack them potentially in the next episode. Unfortunately, one of our vassals decided to reinforce them inexplicably, so they didn't really take that much damage. I didn't have a chance to see how much, but I suspect it's not going to be really enough. Either way, this is actually not going so well already. Luckily, we still have our 2 full squads. I don't know, should we wait for the wall to finish burning? I think we're just gonna rush. Let's just see how that goes. Actually didn't go so bad. Okay, well, we have definitely lost quite a bit. Not as bad as I expected though. So let's take out these towers now. Slowly losing soldiers here. Not my favorite thing. Alright, let's go after this last tower now. So it looks like we have 28, assuming we lose nobody else, and we are still losing. Okay, there we go. Okay, so they are wiped out, of course. I thought that was one of ours who just died. Luckily, it was not. Okay, so that's going to be it for this episode. But can we take out Kriege? I don't know. I don't think we can. I think we're going to have to come home, and then we'll spawn more soldiers, and then we'll attack them. But that will be it for this episode. So, as always, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.